Welcome back to Newswire right here, only on Newsmax's N2. I'm Bianca de la Garza. We know President Biden will have a physical, but it will not include a cognitive test, according to the White House. As voters express doubts on if he can run the country, the issue is making the overall conversation about what an aging mind and relatives who are declining truly need. Recently, I had the pleasure of speaking with a doctor and an author of a brand new book who has expert advice if you find yourself in that all-important caregiver role. Here's our conversation. And I am so pleased right now to be joined on set by Dr. Merle Griff. She is the CEO and president of Sarah Care Adult Daycare Centers and Services. She is also the author of this brand new book you're looking at right there on the screen. It's called Solace in the Storm, Caring for Loved Ones of Every Generation. Dr. Griff, it is such an honor to have you here on such an important subject that I do not think gets enough media attention.
Thank you, Bianca. Thank you for having me. Yeah, and you're right. There's not enough media attention on family caregivers.
No, and I was fortunate enough, I say, to be a caregiver for my mother in her last days. And at one point, we're all going to probably be in that situation, be it a parent or a partner. So tell us, Merle, why did you write this book?
I was a family caregiver for my mother after she had a very dead stroke, and then my husband. And I just felt as though the information that was available for family caregivers wasn't good information. You're stressed, you're exhausted, you're overwhelmed. You don't have time to read pages and pages of information, and you don't need to go to 13 different resources to get what you need.
No, in fact, it is all right here. And you know, it's a difficult subject, I think, because a lot of people are overwhelmed, as you say, when you are a caregiver. But there's folks who do want to support you. Some of the key takeaways, I think, for folks and that you lay out is that you can ask for support. And there are ways you should do it if you're feeling that you're taking care of a loved one and maybe your sibling is across the country. What do you suggest for caregivers right now? How to be an advocate for themselves so they can take care of themselves to continue on?
I think you make a list of how you need help. So it's very, very specific. So when someone asks you, can I help you? You have a way in which they can help you. Maybe it's helping you fill out insurance papers or taking care of some financial issues or running an errand for you. But whatever it is, you're prepared to answer that question of how they can help you.
I know there's also folks who aren't able to do it all, and maybe it's just too arduous. They have to work. Again, geography might be an issue, and there's a lot of guilt that comes with that. What do you say to someone who has an aging parent or a loved one, and if you're just not able to do this, how to release some of that guilt and maybe not to be able to be a full-time caregiver? What do you say to someone who's in that position today, Dr. Griff?
I'd say, first of all, it's important to support the family caregivers, the primary caregivers who are really doing the work, and then talk to your parent. Find out if there is a way that you can help them that maybe you hadn't thought about, and you hadn't thought about how they really need help, and you can provide it for them.
Dr. Griff, obviously this book says it all, Solace in the Storm. I encourage people to read it because at some point this may be a very important chapter in their life and a big chapter for the one that you're caring for. Pleasure to have you in.
Oh, well, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.